Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. If you guys are thinking about picking up a new Pioneer S9 fader from Infinity Faders, this is a tutorial of how to get it replaced. I've already replaced it up in this one, but I am going to take you step by step of how to take off everything and make sure you don't damage anything in the process. These are the three things you're going to need: a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, something with the magnet on the tip to get any screw that falls, just in case. To take off these little clips here, if you ever had to take these off, you gotta go with this first, the locking mechanism. A SIM card eject tool. So let's get started, guys. Alright guys, we're gonna start off by taking off the faders. So to do this, we gotta take off the little white line. You see the white line there? It's a clip. You stick it on the side, pop it up. Simple as that. Once you take off that clip, you just slide it up and it pops off. There's another clip here. Make sure you do not lose these. If not, your fader will not lock back up. Same process, repeat the process with the next two. Make sure you put them off to the side somewhere where you won't lose them. Alright, next off we're going to start off with the knobs for the volume. And these, I found these a little stubborn to come off. So that's where your flathead screwdriver comes in. Stick it up under them. And there it is. And while you're pulling up, push up from the bottom. And be very, very careful. Don't rush it. And there you go, guys. Alright, guys, after we removed all the knobs and faders, next up are these 6 screws that hold down the faceplate. It's only 6 screws on top. Remove them. Alright guys, once you took off the 6 screws, the next step is pull off the faceplate, and there you go. So next step from here is taking off 3 more screws, which is this one in there, and this one here. You have to pull out these up faders before you can pull out your cross fader. Once you took off those 3 screws from each fader, the up faders just click out like that. Move them out to the side. You really don't need to unplug them. I learned that already. Just move them out to the side. Now, if you would like to replace these two, it'll be the same process. I haven't replaced them because, I really don't cut and scratch with these. Infinity Faders does sell these just in case to add some extra security that they're not going to snap off. So, just know that they have these. Alright. Now, after you removed your up faders, guys, next step is removing that screw and that screw down there. That's the only way it's going to come out. Alright guys, after removing those 2 screws, next step is removing the knob. This is a little tricky because it is kind of snapped on. There you go. Once you hear the snap, there you go. Pops out. From here, you pull up and away, and it slides out. See? And here we go. Unhook this wire and be gentle. Don't pull it, like a savage. Be gentle, guys. There we go. You got your fader removed. Here it is. There's 4 more screws you got to take off before you can replace it. This rod slides out. Make sure you don't lose none of this, as this is what holds your fader down in the slot. There you go. Put this off to the side. Now, get your Phillips. There you go. That's all there is to it. Lift up, and there you go. Next process from here, there's 2 more screws we got to remove. This one and this one. Alright, once you remove those 2 screws, you pull this up and it comes out. Take off this rod, and in your case this is going to be made out of plastic. This is the infinity fader. The only piece you're going to need from your old fader is going to be this little bush, and it just pops out. Just pull it out. You put the 2 screws back on. Everything's locked in secure. Fader's nice and buttery. Tension rod works. Then we slap this one back on. Remember guys, don't over tighten the screws. Just a snug fit to lock them in place. There we go. Slide this one back in there. From there, plug this back in. Now to install this, it has to go up at an angle and slide it in at the same angle, and then it'll just sit in place. Replace the 2 screws at the bottom. Alright guys, so once these 2 are back in, you want to clip your knob back in the front. So you hear the click, there you go. There we go. So next step is putting back in your up faders. Slide them in there and then it won't move. Same thing with this one. Repeat the process. Move the wires. Make sure you don't rip any of these wires. There we go. Now replace all the screws. Alright, so after you got all 3 screws back in on each up fader, next step is putting back your faceplate and locking it back in with the 6 screws that you took off in the first place. When you finish putting back in your 6 screws, next step is putting back on your little knobs. Just like that. There we go. Now, make sure you put this one in first before you try to lock it in. If not, it won't lock in. It automatically clips in here. If you look in here, that little notch goes on the side where the locking pin is at. And there it is. Once you hear it, and it's locked in. Repeat the process for the next 2. And click. And there it is, guys. You got a brand new infinity fader inside your Pioneer S9. For any comments or questions, comment below. And for more do-it-yourself videos, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you, guys.